Hey y'all, hey, what's up? We are here for episode 4 to slay in the season. And we're going to talk about facing your finances like the boss that you are. Because I know some of y'all think that if you don't look at it, it will go away. If you don't look at your bank accounts, or you don't look at your credit cards, or you don't look at your outstanding balances, i.e., debt, then it will all go away and you won't ever have to deal with it. Well, let me be the one to tell you that is not how it happens. It actually gets worse if you avoid it. So, we're going to talk about facing your money like the boss that you are, because when you don't face it, you walk around with so much anxiety, so much shame, so much guilt. And who wants to feel that way? Like, I don't. If you don't want to feel that way, put a one in the comments, right? And a lot of times it's not as bad as we think that we I love her. It's not as bad as we think that it is, right? And the moment that we really look at the numbers, right? We lay out the numbers and we make the plan, then it's like, oh, okay. Well, then you know what? I actually do have money left over, or I actually don't have as much debt as I thought I did. I actually, can afford to buy the things that I enjoy to buy. I just need to take some time and face my finances. So, I'm going to get right into it. But before I do, I'm Nishaya Richardson. I'm the Play Money Coach, and I work with high achieving women who want to manage their money like a boss so they have more play money to do the things that they enjoy. And let me just share one of the ways that we do that. And I'm super excited about it because it's my very first financial wellness retreat that is going to be happening March 13th through the 16th of 2024 in Puerto Rico. And it's for you high achieving women that are craving that total financial transformation that you absolutely deserve. And I'm not just serving you a financial wellness retreat, I'm actually serving you a life altering experience that's going to really help you build a healthier relationship with your money. So, we're not waiting for the retreat for you to actually start redesigning your financial blueprint. No, we are diving headfirst into your money management through one-to-one coaching as well as group coaching, so that one, you have the support that you need. One to one, because I know finances are something that a lot of us don't want to talk about publicly, right? But I also know with the community, other women that are going through their financial journey, to be there to support you is going to really accelerate your progress and really let you know that you're not in this on your own. So there's going to be one-to-one coaching and group coaching before and during the retreat, so that by the time you get to the villa, the private villa that I have booked for us in Puerto Rico, you're not scrambling around trying to figure out what's my budget, how do I save, how do I pay off debt. No, we're going to do all that before, so that when you come, you can really immerse yourself into building your healthy relationship with your money, focus on your mindset. I also have amazing speakers. I have a psychotherapist, Sierra Hillsman, as well as Lauren Buckner, who is a business and legal strategist that's going to help us look at different ways to build wealth. So I have you covered. But if you want to be there, I only have 8 spots because it's a very intimate space. That's the girl that I am. I don't like big crowds, right? But if you want to be one of those 8 spots, you just book a call, meetwithnashaya.com, or you can direct message me and we can talk about what that looks like, because maybe the retreat is not for you and you're a better fit for one-to-one coaching. But let's talk about slaying the season, y'all, and facing your finances like a boss. So I talked about how, when we don't face our finances, a lot of times we are walking around with a lot of shame, a lot of guilt, a lot of anxiety around our money. And that actually translates into other areas of our lives. Like, we don't think about it. We think like, oh, it's okay. I'm not managing my money, but no one really knows. It's okay. I'm getting through life. Okay. I'm doing all my mom duties, whatever you do, but you're really carrying all of that everywhere you go. When you go into work, if you have that shame, that guilt, that anxiety around your finances, you're bringing that into your job, right? So now you're just like frustrated and anxious with everything, and you don't realize that that's affecting you. If you have that shame, that anxiety, that adds stress to your life. So now that stress could be something that is then affecting your health, right? And when you're stressed out, your blood pressure is up, that can be aneurysms and all the things, right? So it is very important. And I don't want to get dark on y'all, but let's be real, right? Let's talk about it, because we think that not looking at it is going to go away when it doesn't go away. So if like, I'm going to give you like three things that you might be feeling that's going to be something for you to say, oh, okay, this is something I need to start addressing because it's affecting me in these areas, right? So, one, if you don't have a lot of joy around spending your money, that's because you're not really sure of where it is going. So, because you are not actually looking at your finances, every time you swipe your card or you go shopping or you do something where you have to spend money, if you don't know what's actually happening in your bank account, that causes a lot of anxiety. And it's not fun to spend money because you don't even know if you have enough money to cover the things that you want to buy, right? So if you don't want to feel that way and you are feeling that way, put a two in the comments, right? No shade, no judgment, right? But it's an opportunity for us to really say, like, okay, I don't like the way I feel. Why is it that every time I go into the grocery store, I have so much anxiety around spending an extra $25 over how much I budgeted for groceries? Or why is it that when my kids come to me and they ask me for money for a field trip, that's $10, I have so much anxiety? Why is it that when it's time to, have to get something replaced in my car or get a repair on the house or whatever it may be, I have so much anxiety around my money and I don't feel joyful about spending it, even though I work for it, it's in my bank account, but I don't feel joyful about it? It's probably because you have been avoiding your finances and you're not bossing up and looking at them like the boss that you are, right? Now it is time to say, all right, no more not ignoring it, right? I need to actually see what's happening so that when I swipe my card, I know for sure that I can afford to buy whatever it is that I'm going to buy. And that's going to bring the enjoyment back into spending your money, even though you may be a little anxious, right, for a little while. But as you start seeing that you have more than enough, things are covered, right? You can do all these things. Now you have that joy that comes with having money, right? That's the beauty of us having money, is we can buy the things that we want and it feels good. It's supposed to feel good anyways. If it doesn't feel good to you, you need to book a call, right? The second thing is maybe you're constantly worrying about money. So maybe you're like always checking your bank accounts, wondering like, do I have to do some overtime? Or, you know what, I don't know, how much is in my savings account isn't enough. I feel like maybe it's not enough, right? Or I don't know if I have enough going into my retirement. All these things, right? You're constantly worried about money. And that's because you're probably putting your head in the sand and you're not seeing the realistic picture of what's happening with your finances. I love to call it a reality check, because really it's like us having a reality check to say, like, hey, I have more than enough money and I can actually do the things that I enjoy. Or, you know what, this is the reality check to say, like, yeah, your expenses are more than the money that you actually have coming in. Either you need to make some more money or you need to get rid of some of this stuff or make some life changes so that you're able to live the life that you want to live, right? So if you're constantly worrying about money, now it's time to boss up and see what is happening with your finances so that you can really create a plan that's going to give you that peace of mind so that you can see, okay, in a couple of months, hey, I'm going to have a third paycheck. Whoever gets paid bi-weekly, you have at least two extra paychecks a year. And if you never see those two extra paychecks, you're doing it all wrong. I'm telling you, you're doing it all wrong. You should be my client. Because I love those extra paychecks, because that's really free money, because your budget or your spending plan should be based on your two paychecks, right? So anyway, I said all that to say that if you're constantly worrying about money, now is the time to create the plan so that you can see ahead. You can plan ahead so that those things that we truly can be prepared for, we're prepared for, versus always being in that reactive state where we're constantly saying, like, oh, I didn't know this thing was coming up, even though we knew it was coming up. Like, that's like somebody saying, like, I didn't know Christmas was December 25th when Christmas is December 25th. Fifth every year, right? We all know those people, right? So we get rid of that. And then the last thing is maybe you're feeling like a fraud, right? You're feeling fraudulent Yes, I love that extra paycheck. You're feeling fraudulent. So maybe you look the part, right? Which most of us high achieving women, we look the part. We look amazing, right? Our hair is laid, makeup slayed, clothes to the nines, whatever, right? Whatever your thing is. But you know that inside your bank accounts, it's a mess, right? You're probably avoiding it because maybe you're someone who didn't have financial literacy in your household and no one actually told you like how to budget or manage your money, right? Maybe you're someone that now you have some increased income and you're like, wow, like I have this increased income and I really don't know what to do with it because I've never had this much before, right? Or maybe, you're someone who recently went through a life change where now your finances are in a different space than what they used to be. Maybe, you had a separation from a partner. Maybe you lost a job, those very traumatic things that happen to us in our finances, you know, and that kind of disrupt your flow. So maybe you got out of your flow and now you feel like a fraud because you're showing up as this perfect person on the outside, right? Even though you're so beautiful, but on the inside, you're not feeling your best because you are avoiding your finances. And I think now is the time because it's the end of the year, right? And we're starting fresh in like 30 days. I think now is the time that you face your finances like a boss because bosses, they really take control of the situation, right? They also give themselves grace of where they are and allow themselves to learn, right? Be open to learn and do something different, right? Because if you are someone that feels like, I don't want to tell people that I don't know how to manage my money because I make $250,000, or maybe you make $70,000, wherever you are, right? You feel like you don't want to tell people because of your role or your title or the car that you drive, the neighborhood that you live in. Like, let that go. Let your ego go, put it outside. Like nobody cares, right? Like you're just you're a human just like the rest of us, and it's okay if you need support. I feel like that is like the hardest thing for people is to ask for help because one, they probably have asked for help before and someone threw it in their face, or they're just embarrassed because they feel like it's something that they should know. Well, let me just tell you, it's okay to ask for help, right? We don't know all the things. I don't know all the things. There's still things that I'm learning from other financial coaches and money strategists and wealth strategists that people assume that I know that I don't know. And I'm not afraid to say that because I love to learn and get stuff from other people that's going to help elevate me and boss up, right? So don't be embarrassed or ashamed of that. If you're 40 years old and you don't know how to manage your money, who cares? Learn today, right? Like it's okay, right? So I said that to say that now it's time to face your finances like a boss. And if you feel like you need support with that, reach out to me, right? Because, maybe I'm not the right person to help you, but I have so many resources that I can connect you with financial advisors, other money coaches. Maybe I'm not your money coach, but you vibe with someone else. I don't care. Like I'll refer you to them, right? If you need your taxes done, I know tax advisors, I know wealth strategists, I know all the money people, right? So if you're not sure of what support you need, just reach out to me so I can guide you, right? But if I'm your money coach, we're going to talk about what it looks like to work with me so that you really can get clear on where your finances are going every single month. So there's no more surprises, right? There's no more, oh, I'm embarrassed because I don't really know if I have enough money in my bank account to cover my bills, or I'm embarrassed because I'm going out with my girlfriends and I'm just swiping my credit card, even though I know that my bank account was a little short, but I don't want them to know that I don't have my money in order, or I don't really have enough to cover this bill, or I don't know how to set boundaries to say, no, guys, I'm not going because I need to work on my finances. Instead, I want to look the part, right? If that's you, then just book your call, right? Also, I would love to have you at my retreat March 13th through the 16th. It is only for high achieving women who are ready to really transform their finances, right? And they also want that support, that sisterhood of other women that are in their journey to improving their finances. Now, you don't have to be the person that, maybe you're pretty good at managing your money and you're just like, shoot, I just want some other women around me and I want to learn some new stuff, or I just want to be there and be in that space, then that's fine too, right? Like it's okay if you feel like you're all right, but you still just want to be there. That is okay. Just book a call or direct message me and we can talk about what that looks like. But it's going to be super amazing because I truly believe that community is so important, especially for us women and our money, because there's so much taboo when it comes to finances and money, and nobody wants to talk about it. Even in households, like some couples don't want to talk about money, and it's like, wait a minute, you do all these other intimate things, you can't talk about money? Like, what is happening? So, yes, like, it's an opportunity for you to be in this space with other women where you can freely talk about money and know that that's your tribe, right? And have the support and guidance from me, because if you've been following me, you already know, like, I was not always the most financially savvy person with finances. I knew how to budget. I could budget down to a penny because that's literally what I lived off of. But it wasn't until like I really said like enough is enough that I paid off my debt, became a homeowner, built my savings, started investing the way I was supposed to be investing to really prepare for my retirement. And now I'm here supporting other women in their journey because I know how much we need that support. And you also get the benefit of travel, right? That's the other part. It's a private villa in Puerto Rico. We get to travel together, eat together, just hang out. Everyone has their own private suite. So you can sleep by yourself, but you can be in the space with others. So if you want to be there, just direct message me or book a call. But I really encourage you to really start facing your finances like the boss that you are, because I always hear new year, new me, at the beginning of the year, that what everybody says, like whatever. And then by February, you're right back to where you used to be because you don't have the support. You didn't actually map out what that looks like. You don't really know where to start, maybe, or maybe it's a little overwhelming to think about starting, or maybe you've done this before and you feel like, you know what, I'm just going to end up back in that same space again. I've gotten myself out of debt and here I am again, right back in the debt. Well, now it's time to get some support with that because, sometimes even though we know what to do, it can be difficult for us to do the thing that we know we should do. Did I say that right? I think I said that right, right? Hey, lady. So if you missed the beginning of this, watch the replay because this was a cool message. I think it was dope. So I'll be back on Thursday for episode 4. I'm doing 12 of these episodes, slaying the season. So if you missed any last week, they were like awesome. I was talking about ways that you can really kind of like planned financially for the holiday season, and also think about the future. And then like I'll just be doing random topics all throughout the rest of these things, so you don't want to miss any. But I'll be here Thursday around this time, 7:15 ish. Yeah, and we'll talk about something different. It'll be fun, so just be here. See y'all then later.